Hi, my name's Maya Padani, and I create content to help streamline your workflow with automation tools. In today's video, we'll be looking at Make.com and the process of automating personalized emails to patients. So whether you're someone who's looking to manage patient communication or client communication, or just improve your automation skills, this video is for you. So before I dive into the details, I just want to give a quick overview of how the workflow is designed. So essentially, our information is captured via webhook, which is then stored in our Google Sheets, where we also track whether a patient has been contacted by phone or not. If they haven't been contacted by phone, we filter that data to identify those patients and create a personalized email draft using OpenAI's GPT model. This email draft is then saved in our Gmail draft inbox for eventual review and sending. So this is perfect for anyone who needs to maintain consistent communication with their clients without having to manually draft every single email. This automates that entire process for you to do it in seconds. So let's start by setting up our webhook. Webhooks in Make.com receive data from any external service, whether that be an online form or a CRM. In my last video, I actually did a brief overview of building the workflow in VoiceFlow, and we created a chatbot for a dental practice. So we'll be using that as our online form to capture 4 key pieces of information: the patient's name, email, phone, and preferred time of contact. So these fields are essential for that personalized communication. So once configured, the webhook acts as our entry point for our data and then passed on for further processing. So with our webhook in place, our next step is to capture the data in Google Sheets. So like I've said, I've collected 4 key pieces of information and I've mapped those values to the correct columns in Google Sheets. So as you can see here, there's a column for name, email, phone, contact. The contacted column in this case is initially set to no for all new entries for the purpose of this demonstration. So this indicates that these patients haven't been contacted by phone yet and they need to set up an appointment. Here you can see that I have all those fields mapped and I've set the contacted column to no. Of course, this is just for the purpose of this demonstration, but ideally, if the patient had been contacted, we would go into our Google Sheets and just overwrite that value to yes. So this setup keeps everything organized in our database. And then we enter one of the most critical parts of our workflow, which is our basic feeder model. So our criteria here is the text has to equal no. If it meets that criteria, then it will be passed along to the next step in our workflow. This helps maintain efficient and targeted communication strategy, reduces any redundant communication or follow-up, and just saves time. So now that we have our filtered list of patients, we have a Google Docs module as well, which contains information about the dental practice, information such as hours of operation, address, contact, as well as a link for scheduling an appointment is all in there. So GPT reads this information, uses the patient's information, and then creates that personalized email combining both. If we look at our module here, our message is, the prompt is this: you will be provided with information about a patient. Your task is to write a custom email to the potential patient asking when is the best time for their appointment. This is context on the organization. This is information on the patient. Write a personalized email taking into consideration patient information. The output must be properly formatted with HTML tags. So now that we have a general idea of how the workflow is designed, I'm going to run it here so we can see it in action. And we're just going to start our chat here. And it starts off by saying, hello, welcome, ask me anything, I'll click on button below. I want to get in contact with the office. So I'm just going to, actually let me enter in a real name in case it gets a little bit confused. And then I'm just going to enter some values there. And and then I want to be contacted in the morning. And then the API call is successfully triggered. So if we go to make.com, you can see it's running through our prompt and then being saved to our inbox there. And then if we actually go in our Google Sheets, you can see these values are populated here with the contacted column being set to no. So then once we go to our Gmail, you can see that our email is written right here. It says, Dear Maya Pradhani, I hope this email finds you well. We tried reaching you this week to schedule your appointment, but we're unable to connect. And there you have it, a fully automated workflow that captures patient information, filters it, generates personalized emails, saves it to your Gmail inbox, all without you having to lift a finger. So not only streamlining your communication process, but also enhancing the quality and consistency of your messaging and patient interactions. Some practices I would say to keep in mind would be to regularly review and update the email template to ensure that it remains relevant and engaging, as well as update any manual fields that you have, such as the contacted column that I have here. Other than that, I hope you found this demonstration helpful, and thanks for watching.